Hello, welcome to another episode. We are in a spiritual war. What do I mean by that? After I've seen in the news, after I've seen what's going on with this movement of identifying themselves as this, that, and that, accepting yourself as this, that, and that, people are not satisfied themselves, right? When you change yourself, mutilate yourself, it's like, to me, it's like that's saying God made a mistake with you. And if you know me and you know my faith with God is that God don't make mistakes. God is perfect. By you saying that you wasn't born this specific way, right? That means you saying that God is wrong. And by you saying all these stuff, right? And I question, like, some of these churches are these churches that welcome these kind of ideologies. Those are false churches. These pastors, these false preachers, right? These false preachers are telling you to accepting the way they are. No, this is totally against God's word, right? By you saying that I wasn't born this way, God didn't create this way, God didn't create me this way, thereby saying God is wrong. And you have these churches that are advocating that's acknowledging this, that's validating this, right? This is totally against what the God's words, what he teach about. You know? You can only pray for them. I don't wish no harm on them. I don't want any violence on them, right? No violence. I want God to reach out to them to find that what they are doing is totally not productive to live in a godly world. Right? But these people are willing to promote violence onto regular people, onto people that disagree with them, onto people that the people that disagree with them. They're not promoting violence. They're not advocating genocide. They're not advocating killing them off or anything like that, deleting them off. They're not advocating that. They just want to tell you what you're doing is self-destructions. These people don't understand what they're doing is self-destructions. It's crazies. It's not right. According to the Lord, according to the Bible, guys are not supposed to wear in women garments. Right? That's what it meant. It's not supposed to wear. The Bible said you're not supposed to put on women's garments. And you're doing this. Right? Now we have this event, in Montana, of all places, Montana have this dude by the name of, what's his name? Zooey Cypher? Zooey Cypher? His real name was Zachary something, right? Zachary something, forgot his last name. But he transitioned himself because of what he's seen on TV. He's a fan of anime. If you don't know anime, there's a category anime. Anime is not just anime. There's like subcategories. There's like mangas. There's like hentai. Hentai is the perverted version. There's tentacles. All these stuff, right? All these perverted version animes, and there's this androgynous, right? If you watch anime, it's a Japanese animation, Japanese cartoon, right? If you're not aware what anime is, Japanese cartoon. There's a lot of men that's depicted in an anime. They're very androgynous, right? Meaning they have long hair, flamboyant, right? And all these girly figures, when you look at the men in anime, in video games, right? It's kind of androgynous. And I guess by him not understanding what reality and fantasy is, right? He think this is reality, that men should be this way. And I guess that lets him to become, fully transition. He's not fully transitioned still. I think he still got his body parts. But for him to identify. And he's saying all these stuff, not just him, but their followers, these cults, right? They're saying to the Montana legislator, by you passing these laws or whatever it is, legislative, you have the blood of whatever on their hands or something like that, right? Like, no! We don't have nothing. That's on them. Right? These people need help. These people need God in life. These people need salvations. Right? We can only pray for them. We are in a spiritual war. And they're planning a war against us. right? Putting a war against people that begging them to find a way to save yourself. You're not saving yourself. You're doing damage to your body, mutilations, right? Stopping puberty blockers, right? You know how much harm that does to a kids? You know how much damaging that does to a mind of a child? The physiology to a child? Holding them back, that's what it is, holding them back. Who knows the ramification of puberty blockers? What if they never get into puberty? That means they stunted their growth. That's what puberty blocker is. Puberty blockers stunt growth. What puberty? Puberty makes you grow faster, right? Makes you grow taller. Release growth hormones, right? By you inhibiting that, preventing that happening, you're preventing the child from growing, developing his mindset, hindering them, holding them back. That's what you're doing, right? We don't want to damage a child by giving them puberty blockers. And because of that, because the Montana legislative are deciding to do this, he's trying to say all these stuff. I don't know how he got elected. But apparently, crazy people live in Montana as well. We can only pray for them, right? Of all state Montana. Montana's a red state if you're not aware, right? And they elected this guy. This guy is in the Zooey Zeifer. This guy is in the legislative. This psychotic person, right? This is when they're in spiritual warfare right now. Now these crazy people are being elected as well into these positions, right? When does it get to that point? How did it get to that point? It's crazy. Of all places, Montana, and Montana is a very conservative state, and look, it's a very small demographic. There's a small population of people. How can this happen? I don't understand that. Of all places, Montana. And he got elected and he pushing that stuff. He tried to make them, he tried to pull them to their heartstring, right? Common sense are not easily persuaded by pulling on people's heartstring, right? We see through your BS. It's not easy to persuade to our emotions. Right? Rational people are not easily persuaded by their emotions, bro. We're just not. We have rationality. We know how to put our emotion aside and distinguish false reality from reality. We know how to distinguish fantasy from reality. Apparently, these people are living in fantasy right now. But they want to identify themselves this, that, and the third. Identify themselves as multiple people. Multiple spirits. Identify themselves with symbols. Come on, man. Can we catch a break here? These people need God in their life. They need prayer. We need to pray for these people because these people are totally lost and confused. It's totally confusion and perversion. If you look at it, there's nothing normal about this. And these people only count for 1% of the population, if not less than 1% of the population. So we're bending backwards, moving mountain for less than 1% of the populations? How does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense. Less than 1% of the populations, and we're moving mountains for them. No, we're not moving mountains for them. It has to be a majority. These people are not even the majority. And people are moving mountains for them. Making all these laws just for a small fraction of the population. It doesn't make any sense. Last time I checked, is democracy, right? They like to use the word but democracy. The last time I checked, democracy is a majority of the person make the decision, right? And these are not the majority. These are the psychotics. These are the people that need therapy in their life. Need God in their life. Right? They try to say because we're using God, introducing God to your life, that's kind of hateful. God is the opposite of hate. The devil is hate. Alright? They have the spirit of the devil in them. That's what they're doing. That's what they have. The spirit of the devil. Try to divide people. You need help, man. You live in a false reality. You live in a TV show. The world is not a TV show. The world is a reality. This is not a fantasy. And that's what these people don't understand. We are in a spiritual battle. These people are being elected into office now. It doesn't make any sense. Right? I live in an urban community. Most urban people don't agree with this lifestyle. Right? Most black people don't agree with this lifestyle. Most Hispanic people don't agree with this lifestyle. Most Asian don't agree with this lifestyle. But they try to normalize it. Say kids is that and that. Kids are fully grown adults. Kid can make their own decision. That's insanity. That's what they don't understand. We're going through a spiritual battle with lunatics. They need prayers more than ever. They need help more than ever. Right? They need to be, I don't know, go as far beyond as institutionalized. I don't know, at this point, anything they need help can provide them help, man. We have homeless on the streets. People are being demonic. People are acting irrational, violent against each other. Living in the same city and then they hate each other. It's all demonic right now. We're in a big spiritual warfare right now. And people need to get prepared, wise up, and pray to God that everything will end up well in the future. Honest to God. But let me know if you agree. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll check you guys back in the next video. Peace.